Okay, so we're here with Mark Comerford, and we're talking about function, functional, and efficiency. So, Mark, in terms of movement, functional and non-functional seems a bit of a problem. What do you think is going on?
Yeah, what I think's going on is that but it's we're looking at sort of a very narrow view of individual perspective. So depending on where your background, where you're coming from, what's functional for one person is non-functional for someone else. And there's a whole variety, there's a whole spectrum of what's normal movement. And I think what's normal is being able to do what you want to do and need to do in any way that's achievable. And all options are valid. And some options might be more effective, some options might be more efficient, some options might be biomechanically a bit more sound, more advantageous, but they're all still relevant. So one person's function is another person's non-function, and this debate will go on forever, because there's no clear this is functional, this is not functional. So what is something that feels natural? And two different people might do the same movement. It might feel natural for one person, unnatural for someone else. The person who feels it's unnatural will say that's non-functional, whereas in fact actually it's just non-habitual.
Nice.
And so I think functional and habitual are terms that equate a lot.
Yeah.
And I think we need to move away a little bit from this view, because it's going to be it's going to go on forever.
Yeah, okay. I've been trying to think about function and non-functional really is, rather than something being functional and non-functional in the current sense, which seems to relate to if something is functional, it looks like a sports activity, or it looks some sort of primal pattern, which is, I think, rather a cramped view. I think maybe we should be heading towards this idea that does the exercise we're doing achieve the outcome we're trying to get from it? Does it actually change something within the movement system that we feel is a deficit? So if we identify there is a problem and we can bring about an exercise that changes that, then maybe that should be deemed as functional because it has an outcome. And something that doesn't bring about the outcome you're after, maybe that's non-functional. So maybe we should be moving towards this movement efficiency idea rather than having this debate about what is functional and non-functional.
Yeah, I think that's spot on. What's efficient is what's important. And if someone finds, or if a movement's evaluated and it's deemed to be inefficient, that's got a lot of implications. Inefficient movement is energy, has a bigger energy cost. So it's also got greater risk of putting stress on tissues. It's got a greater risk of failure earlier. It's got a greater risk of fatigue earlier. People develop patterns to avoid things that hurt. People develop patterns to compensate for restrictions they might have. So, efficiency is a way to get things done, and options are what efficiency is all about. And part of, I think, the problem is that efficiency is not one thing as well. Efficiency is having lots of options.
Yeah.
And being able to achieve base skills of movement. So in the same way that when people start learning sports skills, they learn the base skills. They learn before you look at a complex multi-joint technique or complex skill, you do building blocks and put them together. Then they still require coaching to make them efficient. And movement's the same. I think we want to look at elements of movement that are efficient. Yeah. Can our local muscles control translation efficiency? Yes or no? Can our one joint muscle global stabilizers coordinate with their two joint global mobilizers? Can they do that efficiently? Are the one joint muscles ineffective for some reason? Do they fail to move your joints through your range? If they fail to do that, something else will do the job. The brain is good at achieving the end task. And the end task of having one other muscle doing the job is still effective. It's still a valid option. But options that you've lost are where the inefficiencies can be measured.